She said, "You're paying for my Brazilian butt lift, or we're done." I said, "Let me think about it." Then I sent her a gym membership receipt and a personal trainer's number. What she threw at me that night. Original post: I, 36 male, have been with Veronica, 27, for 2 years. Met her at a friend's barbecue. She was this confident, vibrant woman who made me laugh. We moved in together 6 months ago to my place. Things were good until about 3 months back when her Instagram obsession went nuclear. Started innocuously enough. She'd spend hours scrolling, liking influencer posts. Then came the comments. "Look at her body. Isn't it amazing? I wish I looked like that. You're so lucky I don't have that kind of figure." I'd reassure her she looked great. She did. 5'5", maybe 140 pounds, perfectly healthy. But nothing I said mattered. She wanted what she saw on Instagram. Last Monday she dropped the bomb. I was paying bills at the kitchen table when she walked in holding her iPad. "Brett, we need to talk." "What's up?" She turned the screen toward me. A before-after BBL photo from some clinic. "I've made a decision. I'm getting this done." "A Brazilian butt lift?" "Yes, it's $12,000 at this place. They have great reviews." I put down my pen. $12,000? It'll change my life, Brett. I'll finally feel confident. "Veronica, you're beautiful as you are. And that's major surgery. There are risks." "Don't mansplain surgery risks to me. I've done my research." "Okay, but 12 grand is a lot of money." She crossed her arms. "You make good money. You can afford it." "That's not the point. It's an unnecessary cosmetic procedure." Her face hardened. "So I'm not worth 12,000 to you?" "That's not what I said. Here's the deal, Brett. You're paying for my BBL, or we're done. I'm not staying with someone who doesn't support my happiness." An ultimatum. Over cosmetic surgery. I looked at her. Really looked at her. This wasn't the woman I fell for. This was someone who'd let social media rot her self-image and now expected me to fund her delusions. "Let me think about it," I said quietly. She smiled, kissed my cheek. "I knew you'd come around. The consultation is next week." She bounced off, already texting her friends about her upcoming transformation. I sat there, bills forgotten, mind racing. Tuesday, I did my research. BBL death rates, complications, recovery time. Then I researched something else. Found a high-end fitness center nearby. Premium membership, personal training packages. Did some math. Wednesday morning, while Veronica was at work, she's a receptionist at a dental office, I made my move. Signed her up for a year-long platinum gym membership. $2,400. Booked 50 personal training sessions with their best trainer, Dimitri. $5,000. Bought a premium nutrition consultation package, $800. Total, $8,200. Still cheaper than surgery, and actually beneficial. Printed all the receipts, put them in a nice envelope with a bow. That evening she came home excited. "Did you think about what we discussed?" I did. Handed her the envelope. I found a better solution. She opened it, face morphing from excitement to confusion to rage. A gym membership and a personal trainer. Dimitri's supposed to be excellent. The envelope hit me in the face. Then came the iPad. I ducked. It shattered against the wall. "Are you calling me fat?" "No. I'm saying if you want to change your body, this is healthier. I don't want to work for it. I want the surgery." "Veronica, it's dangerous. People die from BBLs. Get out. Get out of my apartment." "It's my apartment. I own it." That stopped her for a second. Then she grabbed her phone. "Fine. Everyone's gonna know what a piece of trash you are." Update 1, 2 days later. The social media assassination began immediately. Veronica posted everywhere. "My boyfriend just called me fat and tried to force me to go to the gym instead of supporting my mental health journey. I'm literally shaking." Some men really think they can control women's bodies. Toxic masculinity at its finest. Imagine being body shamed by someone who claims to love you. Her friends piled on. My phone exploded with messages from mutual acquaintances. Some supportive, most not. Her best friend Natasha texted, "You're disgusting. She deserves better." Her sister Jasmine called me directly. "How dare you make my sister feel ugly?" Even got a call from her mom, Gloria. "Brett, honey, just pay for the surgery. It's what she needs to feel whole." "Gloria, it's a dangerous, unnecessary procedure. You men don't understand. A woman's self-esteem is everything." "Then maybe she should work on her self-esteem without surgery?" "You're going to lose her over this." "I'm going to lose her because she gave me an ultimatum over a cosmetic procedure I won't fund." Thursday, Veronica came home with reinforcements. Natasha and Jasmine flanked her like bodyguards. "We're here to mediate," Natasha announced. "There's nothing to mediate." She demanded I pay for surgery. I offered a healthier alternative. Jasmine scoffed. "You bought her a gym membership. That's basically calling her fat." "No, it's literally offering to pay for professional help to achieve her body goals safely." Veronica started crying on cue. "You don't understand what it's like, seeing all these perfect women online, feeling inadequate. Then maybe stop looking at Instagram." Wrong answer. Natasha lost it. "You're emotionally abusive, controlling. You probably want her to feel ugly so other men won't want her. That's insane. Pay for the surgery or we're moving her out tonight." Jasmine threatened. "Okay, move her out." They weren't expecting that. Veronica's tears stopped instantly. "What? You gave me an ultimatum. I'm calling your bluff. You want to leave over this? Leave. Brett, baby, let's talk about this." "We did talk. You said pay for your BBL or we're done. I'm choosing done." The three of them huddled, whispering. Then Natasha stepped forward. "Fine, but she gets to stay here until she finds a place. She's got 30 days. That's more than generous considering she's not on the lease." Update 2. 1 week later. Veronica switched from anger to manipulation, started walking around the apartment in her underwear, posing in mirrors, sighing dramatically. "My butt looks so flat, no wonder you don't find me attractive anymore." I didn't take the bait, just kept working on my laptop. Then came the tears, daily crying sessions about how Instagram made her feel worthless, how everyone else's boyfriend supported their girlfriend's dreams, how I was crushing her spirit. Meanwhile, she was telling everyone I'd kicked her out for refusing to go to the gym. The narrative was that I was fat-phobic, controlling, and emotionally abusive. Lost about 6 mutual friends who bought her story without asking for my side. Friday night, she brought a date to my apartment. Some guy named Rodrigo she met on Tinder. "This is Rodrigo. He thinks I'm perfect as I am." Rodrigo looked uncomfortable. Hey man. "Veronica, you can't bring dates to my apartment. I live here too. For 3 more weeks." She stormed off to the bedroom with Rodrigo. I heard her loudly talking about how some men appreciate natural beauty. Poor Rodrigo left after an hour, clearly weirded out by being used as a prop. Saturday, I get a text from a random number with screenshots. It's Veronica on a sugar daddy website. Her profile: young woman seeking generous man to fund cosmetic surgery, willing to show appreciation. I saved everything. Evidence for later. Sunday, she tried a new approach. Made dinner, wore the dress I'd complimented once, acted like old times. "Remember when we first met? You said I was perfect." "You were. You still are. That's why you don't need surgery." "But I don't feel perfect." "That's an internal issue, not a physical one. If you loved me, you'd help me feel better about myself. If you loved yourself, you wouldn't need dangerous surgery to feel worthy." She threw the plate at me. Missed. Spaghetti everywhere. "I hate you." Noted. "You've got 3 weeks to find a new place." Monday morning, I woke up to find she'd cut up the gym membership card and trainer's contact info, leaving the pieces on my pillow like confetti. Also discovered she'd been telling her coworkers I was financially abusive, refusing to help with her medical needs. The entitlement was astronomical. In her mind, her cosmetic surgery wants were my financial obligation. Update 3. 2 weeks later. Things escalated when Veronica realized I was serious about her moving out. She called an emergency meeting with her support squad: Natasha, Jasmine, and now her cousin Monique, who apparently just graduated from law school. Monique tried to look official with a legal pad. "Brett, Veronica has established residency here. You can't just kick her out." I gave her 30 days notice. That's legal in this state. She's made improvements to the property. What improvements? She reorganized the closet, decorated the bathroom. I actually laughed. Those aren't improvements. That's just living here. She's also claiming emotional distress from your fat shaming. I never called her fat. I bought her training sessions. Veronica piped up. That's the same thing. No, it's literally not. Monique shuffled papers. We're prepared to take this to court. For what? Not paying for elective cosmetic surgery? Good luck with that. Then Veronica played what she thought was her ace. I know about your savings account. What about it? The one with $30,000. You can afford my surgery. That's my emergency fund. It's not for your BBL. I am an emergency. My mental health is in crisis. Then see a therapist, not a plastic surgeon. Jasmine jumped in. You're being financially manipulative. She's literally demanding I pay for her surgery. Who's being manipulative? The meeting devolved into shouting. They left threatening legal action, social media destruction, and calling my employer. Tuesday, Veronica actually called my company's HR department, claimed I was creating a hostile living environment, and it was affecting her mental health, which could impact my performance at work. HR called me, confused. Brett, someone named Veronica called about a domestic situation? My ex-girlfriend is upset I won't pay for her cosmetic surgery. She's moving out. Oh, okay then, we'll note it as a personal matter. Wednesday, I came home to find Veronica had sold my PS5. Her justification? Partial payment for emotional damages. I filed a police report for theft. She had to return the money or face charges. Thursday, the sugar daddy situation evolved. She'd found one. Some 58-year-old named Howard who promised to pay for her surgery if she'd spend time with him. She made sure I knew about it. Howard appreciates my potential. He's investing in my happiness. Congratulations on finding someone to fund your poor decisions. You could have been that person. I chose not to be. Friday, she brought Howard over. Power move to make me jealous, I guess. Howard looked like every stereotype: gold chain, hair plugs, cologne you could smell from space. So you're the unsupportive boyfriend, he said, trying to be intimidating. Ex-boyfriend. And you're the guy paying for sex with surgery money. Howard puffed up. I'm helping a woman achieve her dreams. You're enabling body dysmorphia for sexual favors. Veronica grabbed Howard's arm. Let's go, baby. He's just jealous. They left for the weekend. I changed the locks, legal after giving proper notice in my state. Her stuff went into labeled boxes in the garage. Update 4, 3 weeks later. Veronica returned Sunday night to find her key didn't work. The pounding on the door was epic. Brett, open this door. Your stuff is in the garage. The code is 1234. You changed the locks? Your 30 days were up yesterday. I was at Howard's. Not my problem. She called the police. They showed up, looking tired. Sir, she says you've illegally evicted her. I showed them the 30-day notice I'd given her, properly dated and photographed. She was a month-to-month tenant, no lease. I gave proper notice. The cops turned to Veronica. Ma'am, he followed the law. Your belongings are accessible. You need to collect them and leave. The meltdown was Oscar-worthy, screaming about her rights, my abuse, how the system fails women. Howard stood there, slowly realizing what he'd gotten into. The next morning, I get a call from Dimitri, the personal trainer. Hey man, is this Brett? Yeah? Your girlfriend just called trying to get a refund on the training sessions. She's not my girlfriend, and those were a gift. No refunds. That's what I told her. She threatened to sue me. Join the club. Tuesday, Veronica's mom Gloria called. Different tone this time. Brett, honey, Veronica's staying with this older man. Howard, he's paying for her surgery. This isn't safe. Can't you two work this out? Gloria, she demanded I pay for cosmetic surgery or we're done. I chose done. But this Howard person seems dangerous. That's her choice. She's an adult. You could protect her by taking her back. I could also protect myself by not dating someone who makes ultimatums about expensive surgeries. Wednesday, the social media narrative shifted. Howard, turns out, was married. His wife found Veronica's posts about her generous new man and went nuclear. The wife messaged everyone on Veronica's friends list with screenshots of her husband's sugar daddy profile and Veronica's messages begging for surgery money. Suddenly, Veronica wasn't the victim anymore. She was a homewrecker gold digger. Natasha distanced herself. Jasmine went quiet. Even Monique stopped threatening legal action. Thursday, Veronica called crying. Howard's wife is ruining my life. Actions have consequences. I just wanted my surgery. And you were willing to do anything to get it. Can I come home? This isn't your home anymore. Where am I supposed to go? That's for you to figure out. You did this to me. No, you did this to yourself when you made that ultimatum. She hung up. Final update, 6 weeks later. The conclusion to this saga is both predictable and satisfying. Howard's wife divorced him and took him to the cleaners. No surgery money for Veronica. She ended up moving back with her parents 2 hours away. But the entitlement didn't end there. She started a GoFundMe. Help me recover from emotional and financial abuse. Goal: $15,000. She raised $127, mostly from her mom and sister. Then came the smear campaign 2.0. She went on TikTok claiming I was an example of financial abuse in relationships. The video went semi-viral in certain circles until people found her sugar daddy website profile and previous posts. The backlash was swift. Comments ranged from, "Girl, you demanded he pay for your BBL," to, "This is why people don't take actual abuse seriously." Her Instagram influencer dreams died when someone made a compilation video of all her contradictory posts. The internet doesn't forget. Last week I get a text from an unknown number. It's Veronica with a new phone. "I'm sorry for everything. I've been in therapy. I realize I let social media poison my mind. The BBL obsession was toxic. You were right to stand your ground." I didn't reply. "I still have the gym membership card pieces. Maybe we could tape it back together and start over?" Still didn't reply. "Brett?" Blocked. Later that day, Natasha reached out. "Hey, I owe you an apology. We all got caught up in Veronica's drama. She showed her true colors with that Howard situation. Appreciate that. Is it true she tried to sell your gaming console?" "Yep. Damn. You dodged a bullet. More like a missile." "The gym membership? I couldn't get a refund, but Dimitri let me transfer it. My buddy Carlos had been wanting to get in shape. He's down 15 pounds and loves working with Dimitri. Says it's the best gift anyone's given him. The apartment's peaceful now. No more Instagram comparison sessions. No more tears about other women's bodies. No more ultimatums about expensive procedures. Started dating someone new last month. Rachel's a nurse who thinks the whole BBL trend is insane. When I told her this story, she nearly choked on her wine laughing. She really thought you'd pay 12 grand for her to get a bigger butt? She thought it was my obligation as her boyfriend. The entitlement is wild. The fake crying was worse. Rachel actually knows about BBL risks firsthand from her ER rotations. We see complications all the time. Infections, fat embolisms, necrosis. It's not worth it. Try explaining that to someone deep in Instagram delusion. As for Veronica, mutual friends say she's still living with her parents, still scrolling Instagram, still talking about getting her BBL someday. She started dating some new guy and apparently already hinting about surgery. Some people never learn. The lesson here? When someone shows you who they are through ultimatums and entitlement, believe them. Don't fund their delusions, don't enable their toxic behavior, and definitely don't pay for their cosmetic surgery. My $8,200 investment in fitness options was money well spent. Not on her, but on showing me exactly who she really was. The broken iPad, the thrown spaghetti, the cut-up membership card, all worth it to avoid a lifetime with someone who thought my wallet was her personal plastic surgery fund. To anyone facing similar demands, stand your ground. The tantrum will be epic, the social media backlash will sting, but your dignity and bank account will thank you. And Veronica, if you're reading this, Howard's wife says hi.